On this adventure, we're riding the Withlacoochee State Trail. Hey everybody, Troy and Andrea here, and it's another great day riding the Florida State Trails. Today, we are on the Withlacoochee State Trail. It's a 46-mile paved multi-use path. Now we don't have time to ride the whole thing today, but we're starting out here in Inverness, headed up towards Nobleton. Hope to get in about 15 miles going in that direction, then 30 miles round trip. The Withlacoochee State Trail is a rail trail, and in fact, it's one of its oldest and longest in the state of Florida. It naturally divides itself in about 3 sections. The south end is very shady, and it goes through the Withlacoochee State Forest. The north end has a little bit more elevation. The rest of the trail is pretty flat, but it's wide open sunshine. And then the midsection, what we're riding, is what they say is the most scenic. It starts in Inverness and it heads towards Nobleton, and that's the path we're taking today.
This is pretty cool. This is an old leftover sign. It's a whistle sign for the train, so when the train used to come through here.
Well, what's that sound like?
So it's 2 longs, a short and a long, so it'd be like, woo, 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 woo. Well, we certainly are having a lot of fun. This has been a great little trail. A lot of people have talked about this. This is one of the more popular trails, and we're glad we came. It was on our way back from South Florida, heading back home from vacation, and we thought, hey, let's go check out the Withlacoochee Trail. And all these trails, like I said, have so many different personalities and everything, and this certainly has its own, and it's been very enjoyable.
Sure has.
And we are now down in where we wanted to go today.
It's the Townsend Lake Preserve. I think the little town here is called Brooksdale. We're just shy of Nobleton, which is a little bit bigger of a town further down the road. Not going that far, but...
what about 16 miles or something like that, just to so that we can get about 30 miles in today. It is the day's activity. Yeah. And the reason I say that is because, you know, we're doing what we like to call, or what we're going to start calling, slow touring. You know, there's a lot of people that love to get on their bikes, and we've seen a ton of them today. There's so many people on this trail, which is really cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people like to get on their bikes and zip down and zip back, you know, and they want to see how fast they can go, or how far they can go, or you know, what their heart rate is, and all these different things. And that's all fine. If that's what you're into, that's perfectly fine. But when you get to be our age, which is, you know, over 50, and we're still in good shape and everything, those things just aren't as important as they used to be. And so we're learning a new novel concept, and that's just enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
And so we're not in a big hurry. In fact, I just worked it out. We was looking at us. We average about 5 miles an hour by the time we stop and take pictures and do all the different things that we do. But that's half the enjoyment, as we've said on some of our other videos. This is our new pastime. Yeah. This is something we love to do, and part of it is the photography aspect, the video aspect, and so it's fun. It's fun. And
I like learning all the other things there are to do in an area, in case I ever want to come back and do some other type of adventure. And this area, wow, I had no idea. We're along the Withlacoochee River. That's what the trail runs alongside. And then there's an equestrian trail that's also running along. There are canoe trails, there are fishing piers. We're not going to go as far as the state park, the Withlacoochee State Forest. We're not going that far, but you've got the forest to go through.
And there's also the Croom Wildlife Management Area. Yeah. It's a place where I've hunted before. Yeah. It's beautiful down in there. So there's still many more miles to go on this trail.
Oh yeah, and there's. I also read that a lot of people do birding up in this area. Now we've heard some birds we have never heard before, and then we saw something that looked kind of like a woodpecker.
Yeah, it looked like a woodpecker. It had a big red head on it, but it's a big wingspan.
It was enormous.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it was really pretty. So much to do and see in this area, and we've really, really enjoyed it. And I can understand why people say this is the most scenic route. And this midsection that we chose to do, it's been beautiful. It runs through small towns and ranches, and it's beautiful. It's really pretty.
I love all the moss. And it's very green and everything, but boy, it is muggy.
It's a little muggy.
It's a little muggy, but it's good. It's good.
There's no breeze, but the good thing about that is no headwind. A hot and humid day. We need a little break. We stopped in this historic floral city, just a quaint little town. We checked it out on our way down to the park, and the oldest house in this town in Citrus County is just about a block away from where we are. There was a train depot right here. Now this railway, when railroad entrepreneur Henry Plant put in the line from Croon to Inverness, it was the last piece he needed to complete the Plant system of railway on the West Coast that he developed. It later became the Atlantic Coast Railway, the Seaboard Coast Railway, and then finally CSX before it finally was sold to the state of Florida to develop this rail trail. Well, we did it. We started here in Inverness and we set a goal to go to Townsend Lake Preserve. We almost gave up, but we kept going and we did it. We came on back and we logged, how many did you say?
32.6.
32.6. Now that's not the whole trail. The trail begins in Citrus Springs, up there in Citrus County, which we're in now. It crosses 2 county lines and it ends in Dade City. So that would be a 46-mile stretch. We didn't do the whole thing. We didn't have time for that today. And in this heat and humidity, I wouldn't have wanted to have time for that today. But if you do the trail and you do it in a section, don't miss Inverness. It is beautiful here.
Thanks so much for joining Andrea and myself on another one of our little adventures.